Hello students, welcome to Bridge Academy Grade 9 Biology Unit 1 Tutorials Lesson 1. Definition of biology. Biology is a fascinating science that explores the wonders of life. It helps us understand what makes living things special, from tiny bacteria to giant trees. This lesson will define biology, trace the history of the term biology, and show how it connects to other sciences. The term biology comes from Greek words, bios, meaning life, and logos, meaning study. It was first used in the early 1800s by scientists like Jean-Baptiste Lamarck and Gottfried Treviranus to describe the study of living organisms. Therefore, biology is the scientific study of life and living things. Life, living things, and being alive are interconnected concepts that form the core of biology. Life is the invisible force or set of processes like growth and reproduction that defines what means to be a living system. Living things, on the other hand, are the tangible creatures such as animals, plants, or bacteria that embody these life processes, actively carrying them out in their daily existence. Being alive describes the current state of a living thing. Let us see a tree as an example to illustrate the interplay between life, living things, and being alive. Life refers to the collection of processes like growth, reproduction, and photosynthesis that enables a tree to function as a living system. It has the abstract essence that powers the tree's ability to convert sunlight into energy or produce seeds. The tree itself is a living thing, a concrete organism that embodies these life processes, distinguishable from non-living objects like rocks because it actively grows, responds to its environment, and maintains internal balance. When the tree is alive, it's in an active state, sprouting leaves and photosynthesizing, its cells bustling with metabolic activity. However, if the tree wilts and dies, perhaps due to drought or disease, it ceases to be alive as these life processes stop. Biologists study life using the scientific method. They ask questions like, why do some plants grow faster? Then they suggest possible answers called hypotheses and test them with experiments. For example, they might grow plants with different amounts of water and measure their growth. Biologists observe and measure things directly or use tools like microscopes to see tiny cells. This method ensures their findings are based on evidence, making biology a true science. Biology connects to other sciences, creating a web of knowledge. Chemistry helps biologists understand the substances in living things like carbon and oxygen, which form molecules such as proteins or DNA. For example, photosynthesis involves chemical reactions where plants turn sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide into sugar. Physics helps explain how energy works in life, like how light powers photosynthesis or how muscles move. Biology also links to earth science, studying how organisms interact with their environment, like fish living in coral reefs. These connections make biology richer and more exciting as it borrows tools and ideas from other fields. Tools from other sciences enhance biology. Microscopes developed using physics let biologists see cells and their parts. Chemical tests identify substances in organisms like sugars in plants. These tools make biology a hands-on adventure, revealing life's secrets in detail. From studying single cells to entire forests, biology shows how living things are connected and how they thrive. Summary: biology is the scientific study of life and living things, a term coined in the 1800s from the Greek words for life and study. Living things have cells, are organized, respond to stimuli, grow, reproduce, use energy, maintain homeostasis, and evolve. Biologists use the scientific method to ask questions, test hypotheses, and observe with tools like microscopes. Biology connects to chemistry, physics, and earth science, using their principles to understand molecules, energy, and environments. Review questions and answers. 1. What is the definition of biology, and what is the origin of the term? Answer: biology is the scientific study of life and living things. The term comes from the Greek words bios, life, and logos, study. It was first used in the early 1800s by scientists like Jean-Baptiste Lamarck and Gottfried Treviranus to describe the study of living organisms and their processes. 2. How does the example of a tree illustrate the differences between life, living things, and being alive? Answer: a tree demonstrates that life is the set of processes, like growth and photosynthesis, that enable it to function. The tree itself is a living thing, a tangible organism with these processes. It is alive when actively growing and photosynthesizing, but if it wilts and dies, it's no longer alive, though it remains a living thing as it once had life. 3. How do biologists use the scientific method to study life? Answer: biologists use the scientific method by asking questions, forming hypotheses, and testing them with experiments. For example, to study why some plants grow faster, they might hypothesize that water affects growth, then grow plants with varying water amounts, measure results, and use tools like microscopes to observe cells, ensuring findings are evidence-based. 4. How does biology connect to other sciences like chemistry and physics? Answer: biology connects to chemistry by studying molecules like proteins and DNA, such as in photosynthesis, where plants use water and carbon dioxide to make sugar. Physics explains energy in processes like muscle movement or light in photosynthesis. These connections help biologists understand the substances and energy that drive life. 5. What role do tools from other sciences play in biology, and why are they important? Answer: tools like microscopes, developed using physics, allow biologists to see cells and their parts. Chemical tests identify substances, such as sugars in plants. These tools are crucial because they enable hands-on exploration, revealing detailed insights into life's processes from single cells to entire ecosystems, making biology a dynamic science. Now that you know what biology is, in the next lesson you will learn about the characteristics of living things. Until then, review the key terms and concepts highlighted in this lesson. You can also watch the recommended videos to gain a deeper understanding of the topic. Remember, a good understanding of basic concepts is crucial for your success in biology. Keep asking questions, stay curious, and keep exploring the wonders of biology. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.